Welcome to Shysen773. Thank you so much for checking out my video. For those of you in my video for the first time, I just want to say welcome in. Thank you so much for checking out my video. If you could like, comment, subscribe to the channel, I would truly appreciate it. For those that have been here the whole time, just rocking with me, the comments, I love them. Please keep them coming. I really do appreciate talking to you all back and forth about all of these new fragrances and fragrance houses. Today's video is going to be on the House of Argos. I picked up 4 different fragrances from Argos. 2 I picked up from the previous releases, and then I picked up the 2 newest releases. So I wanted to talk about those, give you all my thoughts, my ideas about them. Also kind of just rank them a little bit for you. So it gives you a little bit of an insight if you're thinking about buying anything from the House of Argos. They also will be sold at the House of Dubai, which I've spoken about in the past as well. The House of Dubai sits in Rosemont, Illinois. This is one of my favorite new places to go and not only check out fragrances, you can go and smell. You can also get some testers from some of them, but ultimately just being able to try before you buy, I think, is one of the greatest things ever. But these fragrances will be available there, and I think it's probably one of the greatest things that you can do, which is go and check out this place. But let's go ahead and talk about the fragrances. The first fragrance that I want to talk about is Chiron's Vail. So Chiron's Vail comes in a bottle that looks like this. The bottle itself is just gorgeous. They always do so great with their presentation. And I'm gonna show you a box that's not necessarily Chiron's Vail because I don't know where I put it, but this is one of the boxes. But they have such beautiful artwork that comes on all of their boxes, so the presentation is just out of this world. And the boxes themselves, they come in like this. They come in like a box that looks like this. So I'm just gonna grab the one for this one, and then they open up like this, and they do show all the notes that are associated to the fragrance themselves. So let me read you the notes for this one. So Chiron's Vail it's a rose, patchouli, and oud fragrance. So this is rose up top, then you're gonna get patchouli, sandalwood, oud, and atlas cedar in the mid, and then in the base you're gonna get cistus, labdanum, and saffron. So this fragrance is a very airy take on rose, and then the patchouli, sandalwood, oud, and atlas cedar kind of balance each other out. So you will get kind of this, it's not overly green, but there's a lot of like different woody green kind of C notes a little bit with this one. And then the cistus, labdanum, and saffron also kind of keep this fragrance balanced as well a little bit more. You're gonna get a little bit of pepperiness. The saffron itself kind of makes it a little bit spicy. So it's a very soft, very I would say kind of a white rose in kind of a cold sea. So this fragrance is based off of the river Styx, if that kind of gives you an idea of what the play is on this. So it deals with death, it deals with being cold, that river itself, the river of death. So fallen roses is something that I get from this fragrance. So it's almost like a deathly cold rose. This one is a very sexy take on rose. Like I said, the sprayer itself is very beautiful. that patchouli and the rose is what really takes the cake of this fragrance. All of the fragrances that I've ever gotten from Argos have always been top 8.5 and higher. No different with this fragrance. I think this one sits in that 8.5 range. This one is a very, very sexy rose fragrance. I think it leans unisex. Like I said, that patchouli that's in here makes it very easy to wear in the wintertime. In the cold, it really makes the rose push. I don't remember what it does when it's warmer, but I would think that patchouli would be very strong and punchy. Overall, this one is a very, very beautiful, like I said, rose, patchouli, atlas type of smell itself. So get your nose on this one. This one is Chiron's Vail. The next one that I want to talk about is Sacred Flame. So this one, there is something to say about the notes of bergamot and peach. So it starts off with bergamot, peach, tangerine. Then you're getting ginger, clove, grapefruit, and pepper tree. So what that does is it gives you a sweet vibe, and then you're getting the pepperiness of that, which causes it to be like a sweet flame. I think that's a beautiful take on the top notes of this fragrance. And then the rose, the tuberose, the cinnamon bark, absolutely amazing. The violet, jasmine, oris, and patchouli balances this out, so you're getting kind of like floral notes that are on fire. Again, it's sweet, it's beautiful, the imagery that's there. Then you're getting the flames, you're getting like flowers that are on fire. Then you're getting amber, sandalwood, tonka bean, vetiver, cashmere, and vanilla. Those sweet notes towards the end really make this fragrance project, makes it smell really beautiful on skin. It is a sexy fragrance, but very polarizing. You can definitely choke people out with this fragrance, so you have to be very careful with the sprayers. I did a trip going downtown for my job, and I rode the train and I accidentally choked everybody out. I did 5 sprays total, and I could smell myself towards, like, at the end of the night, my clothes the next day were just saturated with this fragrance. But what a beautiful fragrance if you're smart and you don't spray it nearly as much. So if I give myself probably like 3 sprays, I think 3 is perfect. This one is absolutely sexy. I feel that the sweet notes and those floral, and like I said, the cinnamon and the ginger in here and the clove, it just hit my nose. Like I said, this one is powerful, sensual. I feel like this is a boardroom fragrance, something that if you wear it in front of somebody, it's powerful, and it's a punch of a fragrance. But this one, again, no slouch. I would say this one sits in that 8.9 to 9.1 on a 10 scale. Very, very beautiful fragrance. But this one, again, is Sacred Flame. The next fragrance is from the new line, which I am just really enjoying these fragrances. But this one is La Primavera. So this fragrance is a very beautiful bergamot, and it has lemon and then green leaf. So this one is going to be more of that. It's a rose heliotrope bomb. So there's rose, heliotrope in the middle, musk, vanilla, and vetiver. This is a rose musk that gives me all the feels of just a very sensual ride. So I'm going to spray this one on the same side as the other one that was a rose patchouli. But the oil content on this one is crazy. This one is airy. I think this one leans a little bit more on the feminine side, but the musk and the rose in here are just absolutely amazing. This one is definitely a head turner. I like the greenness that's in here, so that green leaf adds a little bit different of a complexity to it. The heliotrope is not necessarily something that I smell the most of. I'm assuming that that's going to give a little bit of a nuttiness to it, but ultimately this one sticks with, like, it's more of a green rose that is musky, and then I don't get a lot of that vanilla until the end of the fragrance. So when you get towards the end, you're going to get the sexy vanilla note that's going to sit on your skin at about the 5 to 6 hour mark. But these fragrances are all extracts as well, so you're getting a lot of power and strength in what these have in them. But again, this one is La Primavera. The final fragrance that I want to talk about is probably going to be one of my favorites from this brand right now, especially us going into spring pretty soon. But this one is Neptune's Trident. This one, I'm telling y'all, this one takes the cake. If Wulong Cha was one of your favorites, if you're into a citrus tea-based fragrance, this one is it. I'm going to spray this one here. Bergamot, Calibria, fragrances that are in that realm, this one is going to take over those. This one has a black and green tea note in it. Has the notes of mandarin orange up top, Petitgrain, which a lot of times Petitgrain can be really strong, but it's not in here. It's smooth, super sexy. Cardamom, green tea, black tea, orange blossom, and jasmine are in the mid of this fragrance, with Vetiver, Ambrette, and Iris. Iris is not really smelled in this fragrance. I see this one as a unisex bomb. This one's a 9.8 for me. Super, super sexy. I'm going to probably go through my bottle a lot in the spring and the summertime. This one is going to definitely push, project, and be a #1 on my list for a long period of time. But check these fragrances out. Like I said, you can either get them from buyargos.com, or like I said before, the fragrance house of Dubai will have this at some point as well. I do have a code myself. I've put that information in the link below. But if you want to get like 10% off, if you've never purchased from Argos, you can do Welcome 10, I believe. We'll get you a 10% off for your first purchase. So it's always nice to either, if you want to buy a full bottle, you can, but I would try before I buy. So go ahead and get yourself some samples of these, see what I'm talking about. Please, if you smell these fragrances, I would love to hear what you thought about them. Thank you so much again for checking out my video. I really do appreciate it. Have yourself a blessed day, and take care.